G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, in all the years I've done metalwork, there's a few tools that, you know, are close to your heart. Some tools that you really like better than a lot of other stuff, but some of them are, yeah, they're your favourites. And this is one of them. This is a Mitsu Toyo micrometer, 0 to 25 micrometer metric, that I bought when I was probably 21, and that is just a beautiful instrument to use. It is just so butter smooth, and you know, there's no doubt about it. Mitsu Toyo make quality gear, and so do a few other Japanese manufacturers. And these days you can get a lot of this stuff cheap off of eBay, new, way below the price of Mitsu Toyo, but in my opinion it just hasn't got that quality feel about it. I'm not saying it's no good, but I'm just saying that, you know, Mitsu Toyo is an excellent brand. NSK is good. You know, there's quite a few beautiful quality pieces of equipment out of Japan and America and Europe, of course. So the thing is, now I bought this new. I couldn't even tell you what it cost me. It's so long ago, but I paid normal price, and it's just lasted so well, and it's just so accurate. There's not the slightest sign of wear in the whole thing, and it's done quite a bit of work. 0 to 25 is a good size. It's the size you use a lot. In fact, you would use this micrometer more than for general lathe work than a lot of other sizes that you can get. So over the years I've used this, and I've never had a 25 to 50, which is the next size up. And sometimes, you know, that you need that. You know, 0 to 25 is good. Sometimes you're just a bit over, because most of the time on a lathe, you know, you're working around an inch or 2 inch. A lot of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I've been looking out for a 25 to 50, and in Mitsu Toyo. Anyway, a new one is $130 from the shop. I got one this morning off of Gumtree. $30, virtually brand new. I don't think the booklet's here. No, there's no booklet with it, so it's missing the little booklet. They normally give you a little set of instructions. It hasn't got that, but it is complete apart from that, and it's in perfect condition. I mean, the guy that sold it to me was an ex-tool maker. He'd hardly used it. $30. So, you know, that's the sort of thing that you can get if you look around, watch Craigslist, watch Gumtree, jump into it when you see them. You can save a lot of money. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and I thought I'd show you that. And yeah, nice bit of kit. So these two go together like bib and bub. Now I'll show you some other stuff I've bought secondhand over the years. I mean, I've got new some new stuff, but I'll show you some of the stuff I've bought and give you the prices, and it just shows you what you can get and how much you can save. Here's a Mitsu Toyo vernier, which is metric and imperial. And it goes up to, what is it? About 80. So it's an 80. I think I paid $10 for that. Beautiful piece of gear. I've got an NSK here, which I bought at Jeps Cross Flea Market years ago. This is a lovely vernier as well. This is really nice one. Once again, $10. Okay, you've got to be into verniers, I suppose, but they are a very accurate instrument, and you know, personal choice. Everybody likes to go digital these days, but anyway, this will just give you an idea. What have we got here? Oh, another Mitsu Toyo. This is one I don't use. It's because it's imperial, and I do all my work in metric. But it's worth having an imperial one because you might want to, you know, make a model engine or something that's in imperial. So yeah, I paid 30 for that one. Yep, that was 30. But it's in perfect condition, this thing, you know. Once again, it's all there. What else? Well, now we get I've got a mag base here that I picked up. One of those clunky ones, but this one's Japanese. It's, yeah, a good one. What did I pay for that? Think that was $5. Yeah, $5 for that one. Now we really get into the old stuff. This is some stuff that is very old, but it's still okay. What have we got? We've got an original, really old Mitsutoyo Imperial. Look at the case, look at that, you know, not the plastic rubbish. You get this sort of stuff in those days. This is an old one. But it's all there. Once again, it's Imperial. This would be almost a collector's item, this one. And I got this from a very old friend, a very dear friend of mine who was in the army with my old man. He was a first class person and a first class mechanic and fabricator, and yeah, he was a very clever fellow. And he had this one, and this is a really old. Nothing wrong with this is there's a little bit of wobble in the spindle centre there, but it's still accurate. But there's a little bit of wear or looseness in there. But I mean, you know, I don't mind. I don't use this very often. It's a nice piece of gear. I forget what I paid for it, but yeah, once again, it's second hand, but it's still a beautiful piece of gear, and it's all there. Right, now last one in this line of things. I got this also from that same guy's estate, and it's an old Moore and Wright micrometer. I mean, you would use this for measuring up crankshaft mainly. This is what he used it for. This is what I've used it for. And even though, once again, it's imperial, a lot of the old crankshafts you're measuring are imperial measurements, and you can easily do a conversion anyway, but it's a handy thing. It's not something you would use very often. Quite often you're just measuring it to measure run out as far as ovality, you know, whether a journal pin is concentric or not. So it does the job for that, and of course you can get accurate readings out of it. It's old, but once again, perfectly good. And yeah, she's from way back, that one. I hate to think when it was made. It's very old, but still good, still good. And of course, here's that test indicator you would have seen in the last video. And this is a peacock. I think it's a peacock. Oh, I need my magnifying glass to read this. Yeah, it's a peacock. Yeah, that's Japanese. It's a peacock with a little, it's a single action one. You can make it go either direction, up or down by moving the little lever. Got that second hand from a guy at a flea market. No, garage sale. $5 for that. Great little test indicator. Once again, you know, you can see you're saving money all the way. You know, if you get this stuff and it's in good condition, well, it's the way to go. And to finish off, I was at the Marion Sports Ground flea market one day, and I got two of these current model Mitsutoyos. They were $5 each. Now these are $65 item. One of them had a scratched face on it, so I had to shell out $15 for a new face, and there's a video I did showing how you fit the face on these. So it cost me $25 for two of these, all up. And they're like brand new. Metric once again. So, you know, that's got to be a good buy as well. And to finish off, one other item. This is pretty much it, and it's another Mitsu Toyo. It's a little dial indicator. I got that from the same guys had the Peacock test indicator, and I think I paid $5 or $10 for that as well. I can't remember. It was one or the other. But so, you know, just goes to show you. I mean, this is just an example of what you can do if you keep watching those sites. You know, Gumtree, Craigslist. Be selective. You know, if the stuff's on there and it's too expensive, pass it by. But if it's at the right price, bang, get in there and buy it, because you will save a fortune. You will have quality gear, and it won't cost you any more than cheap Chinese stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with cheap Chinese stuff for the average guy and, you know, for workshop use, but it's nice to have the quality stuff if you can get it for the same price. All right, well, that's it from me. Just a bit of a incidental. Yeah, that's it. See you next time. Cheers.